Hey there and welcome to Crypto Gems. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive into an NFT project on the Solana blockchain. It's a move-to-earn game called STEPN. Now remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. So let's dive in. Thanks for joining us again. This is a move-to-earn game called STEPN, which is very well established already, and it's still really early in this project's development. So we're going to start here in the Discord channel because I think community is a really important part of any project. A strong community is where it all starts, and an engaged one is how a project's going to move forward. So let's take a look here. The first thing that really is impressive to me is the level of organization behind this. Now, a good project is going to have a reflection in their Discord, the scope and size of their project. And with this one, it is incredibly well organized and well thought out and comprehensive. Any information you're going to need to know, or any information that is relevant to upcoming events, you're going to be aware of here. So first, what I like to see here is they have events listed. They have consistent AMAs. If you're new to the project or you've been here since day one, you're going to have all the information that you need to be informed. Now, there are live AMA questions that you can do. Because this is a move-to-earn project, you can jump in. Pretty cool stuff, so you'll never be alone when you're working out with the STEPN community here. Down here, you have the STEPN News subcategory, so you have announcements, the FAQs, rules, tweets, Reddits, and all the official links that you'll need to check out in order to get up to date with everything. Now, in order to join the STEPN beta, you can invite 3 friends, download to play it, you win your reward, and then you join the team. So very simple, very easy. There is the beta announcement, so they do these contests and giveaways all the time, so you can check that out as well. And the engagement is really cool. They do quizzes, and you can enter these quizzes in order to gain standing and notoriety in the community too. So there's a lot of engagement and encouragement to really be a part of the community. And then the discussion, I'll just click in here. You can take a look. I mean, it's so engaged. I jumped in here, at 6:29? That's about 8 minutes ago, and there's 100+ new messages. So you can see that this community is really excited about this project. They're involved, they're engaged, they're asking questions. It's positive vibes. Maybe it's from, all the endorphins flowing from everybody running around. I don't know, but good vibes in there for sure. You spend 2 minutes in there and you really see that it is a positive community. You can check your invites. You invite people, like we said, as part of being the beta there. You can invite friends and keep track of it there. And then there is an elite club, so you can flex your shoes, your earnings, ideas and feedback. I think that's always a sign of a successful project, is are they engaged with the community? It's not a one-way, it's a two-way discussion, and they want to hear positive feedback from the community because a rising tide will raise all ships, as they say. There is an international channel as well. If there are any scams or anything like that, you can report them in there. So a very, very well-organized, diverse Discord channel there, and I think that just is scratching the surface of how well organized this project is. So next, what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the official website here. It kind of reminds me of like Nike a little bit, the way they approach it. Kind of makes sense because it's in that jogging, running community, right? That world. So if we scroll down here, I wanted to show you the kind of the top level, high level discussion or overview of what this is. So join today and make your steps count. STEPN is a Web3 lifestyle app with socialify and gamify elements, and players can make handsome earnings. Not just earnings, handsome earnings. By walking, jogging, or running outdoors. It's a very, very well organized and active community, both active on the internet and in real life. Distance run, so far 284 million miles. That's impressive. 19,074 carbon offset in kilograms there. So they have the environment in mind too. So not only is it a really cool project for people in the fitness world to get excited about, but also helping the environment as well. So another great message behind it. 17 million calories burned, 33,975 Discord members. This is a very, very large group. And as you saw, it reflects in the chat as well. On their Twitter, which we will check in a second, there are 49,304 Twitter followers currently following them. So large gathering, very, very engaged, excited community. So let's take a look at that Twitter page here. You can look, 49.3 thousand followers. Something that caught my attention when I first started kind of diving into this project is you don't see this too often in a Twitter profile is the newsletter right at the top. I think sometimes projects do get a little, maybe sometimes too excited off the bat, and they may spread themselves a little too thin. You start to, every one of these platforms is going to spread you just a little bit thinner and a little bit thinner, and then, unfortunately, sometimes you'll see one suffer a little bit because it's just really hard to pay attention to all of those different channels. They don't do that. They're really good at staying up to date with everything, so that's a really unique, I think, aspect is stay up to date with everything that's coming out. Wait till you see the team. You're going to love it. It's very official. But you can subscribe to that newsletter right when you head to their Twitter page. And you can see they're active. They're tweeting 12 hours ago. They're very inquisitive. So let's head back to the website because I did want to show you a couple different things here. The roadmap, I think, is really impressive. And I love to see a roadmap that's very specific. There's a couple things I look for. Specific as well as things they've already achieved. So sure, you can be very specific in your goals, set benchmarks to get, shoot for, but at the same time, if you're not hitting any of them, that's really not a good sign either. So these are being hit, they're nailing it actually, and they're about halfway through the roadmap. Not to say that they're, once they get to Q4 2022, that's it, they lock it up and say we won. You know what I mean? They are going to continue well, obviously, after that, but the exciting part is they have hit all of these things. You can see they've physically, figuratively turned a corner here. Right now, they're at Q1 of 2022, and there's a January leaderboard function, February marketplace function. Very, very specific roadmap. Love to see it because they have specific dates on there, and they're proud of their achievements so far. Wish they should be, for sure. And remember, if you do want to check any of this stuff out, the links are below. Everything that I'm talking about today. So make sure you go ahead and check those out. Always do your own research before you dive into projects here. You can subscribe to their email here, and look at this. They've been featured quite some big entities right here. Bloomberg, Yahoo News, Cointelegraph, Yahoo Finance, Benzinga, NASDAQ, and MarketWatch. So this is not something to take lightly. Now this is what I was going to show you here. You love to see this. You love to see the faces behind the team. You do see a lot of times a project that there will be a lot of anonymity. That's not to say that's a bad thing. Some project leaders do like to keep their privacy. On the flip side of that, if they are anonymous, well, they could pack up and leave overnight and you don't know what the heck just happened, right? You can see that they are all over the place on the website. And for the two co-founders, you have their LinkedIn and Twitter profiles linked as well. So very exciting. It's cool that they are willing to put their names front and center. You know who they are, and they're very proud of their project. Then you can see their backers, Sequoia, Folius Ventures, Solana Ventures, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to list all of them because we don't want to be here all night. I did want to show you this too, Medium. Now, if you're not familiar with Medium, it's a place to write, read, and connect. Coincidence I had that pulled up? No, because I got prepared. Just their articles on Medium, like I said. You can check out the links down below. They'll all be there for you, so make sure that you click them. All this will be there for you, but you can see that they're very active in here as well, and I think it just goes to show you, like I mentioned earlier, they use so many different creative ways and avenues and channels to disseminate information and keep you educated on the product. It's something that you really like to see. Transparency, open communication, and a great community. That's kind of the golden trifecta of a successful project. So really like to see that. You really do. And over here, this is their white paper. So I'm not going to go through all of it because, like I mentioned a couple times here, they are very, very specific and calculated into their approach to their project. As you can tell on the left here, you have it broken down into very specific subcategories. If this doesn't give you confidence in a project, I don't know what will, because this is a really impressive white paper. You can go ahead and take a look here. You can see the tokenomics, the marketplace, decentralized wallet, governance. These are a lot of subcategories in a white paper that you simply don't see in a lot of projects. So this should give you all the confidence in the world to show you that the team behind this has really put a lot of time, effort, and thought into this project, and they're very strategic and calculated in how they are moving their project forward. And lastly, what I wanted to show you guys about Magic Eden, it's a secondary marketplace where people can buy and sell NFTs. So if you want to take a look at STEPN here, what I like about Magic Eden specifically for Solana NFTs is that they have the four major categories, that things that you should pay attention to when you're buying an NFT. So that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you again for watching this video. If you did find it helpful, make sure that you give us a like. Make sure you add any comments with questions that I may have not covered, and definitely make sure to subscribe to our Crypto Gems channel so you can get other great great content like this. Make sure to check out the links down below. And that's all for now. Thanks again for being here and have a great day.